enthusiasm around that presentation now. And we've got plenty more coming up. Stay tuned. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, the retirements of Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, and Tony Parker mean the start of a new era for the Spurs. Guard Patty Mills said, "We've had great teachers, and now there's a transition. It's about teaching that culture to these new guys. We aren't going to change. Bridging the gap is going to take time. That's where leadership comes in." Kevin?
A proud franchise. Thank you, David. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Caldwell Pope.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Davis is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the small forward spot. And for the Spurs, it's Aldridge at the power forward with Pirtle at center. Then there's DeJounte Murray. Then it's DeRozan. And it's Forbes in at the shooting guard. Clark, I'm so familiar with when you played and you were dominant in the post, and that's the same for a few players I know you admire tonight.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, it's much harder now to consistently score inside because teams defensively are so much quicker to double team you and get the ball out of your hands if you're a good low post scorer.
They read defensively well, and they rotate Clark so quickly. I'm always amazed at that.
Fast and hard.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
DeRozan's shot is good.
DeRozan has a dynamic mid-range game. Whether he's wide open or being defended well, he can knock it down from there.
The drive by James over Murray. Off the left rim and out. And Murray's got the ball here for the San Antonio Spurs. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, sloppy play sabotaged. I mean, they'll have to be much more focused this time around.
Here's Murray following the basket by LeBron James. Broke loose. It's stolen by Davis. Here's Green, and he banks in the layup.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
DeRozan surveying the D. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Green. Rebound by Murray. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And making his return from the ACL tear, DeJounte Murray, long, athletic, and young. He still has a very bright future.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And Murray winning second team all-defense in 2018. And Greg, at that time, he was only 21.
And that's been his strong suit. If he can hit perimeter shots consistently, he can be a star.
Both good from the line that time.
How about this little nugget, guys? When Murray earned all defensive second team honors in his rookie year, he became the youngest player in NBA history to make the all-defense team.
Now here's LeBron. He picked up 30 points in their last win against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
And we have to mention his rebound. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
And the trade for Anthony Davis a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
The first free throw is good. Well, it was speculated all of last season and shortly after the finals ended that Anthony Davis had his wish fulfilled by getting traded to the Lakers.
And Davis and LeBron make as scary a duo as you can think of in the NBA. Missed out on some of the other marquee free agents, but AD will get a plethora of looks playing alongside LeBron.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court. Boy, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Got it. Good job in the low post.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Now here's DeRozan. Turned in an outstanding game against New York. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Caldwell Pope kicks to James. Pass to Davis. Just 5 on the clock. Shot from the top of the key. And it's James missing. And as the Lakers have looked to fill positions, Clark, a real affinity for candidates with the Lakers' history.
Yeah, that's exactly right. They view it as a family, but here recently, they've expanded their options and have looked outside of past Laker pedigree in terms of filling some key spots, which is part of what you have to do if you're going to move forward and be successful.
Another miss by LeBron.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Here is Forbes, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. To the wing on the left. Aldridge, the pass to DeRozan. From past the arc, gets the three-pointer to fall.
When DeRozan's able to connect from there, it really opens up the floor for his teammates.
Aldridge against LeBron. McGee inside. Pass to Davis. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Clark, the rookies are still trying to get their firm footing as the new season begins and a new arena for them opens up. Talk about your journey over the course of your rookie year.
Yeah, I remember it was really exciting to have fulfilled the dream of being an NBA player. I struggled early in the season, particularly against some of the veteran guys I ran up against, but found my rhythm and really played extremely well for the second segment of the season. But there was a period, Kevin, when I ran into a wall and just had nothing in terms of sharpness or legs. And then all of a sudden, after about a week and a half of that, it just went away, and I hit my stride and finished strong.
Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Look at the Lakers. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position. And, of course, the Spurs, 8.5 games behind them.
And, for the Spurs, they had the kind of hot and cold start that we've kind of come to expect. Nothing that would indicate they're in for any kind of a breakout season.
And, perhaps with a roster move or two later on, Greg, they can start to break out of that pattern.
Now, here's Aldridge. A 23-point game for him in the win against New York.
And made a big mark at the free throw line as well. He got himself to the strike a lot and cashed in when he had his chances.
Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Grizzlies in Memphis. McGee dishes to LeBron. Looking to get it going, and it's good on the way in. LeBron's got 6.
LeBron can score from anywhere, but he's most effective close to the hoop. Very skilled in the paint.
Murray against James. Outside DeRozan. And no good that time. Excellent D that time there from McGee.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Here is Forbes, covered by LeBron. Here's Green. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Lakers?
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Here's Murray following the bucket by the Lakers. Back to Pirtle, trying to end the drought. And that one is off. And the Lakers going the other way now. LeBron outside. Jacks up a 3. Sinks the triple. And now a 12-point Laker lead.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And some changes here for the Spurs. Rudy Gay's checked in for Pirtle. Bellinelli comes in for Bryn Forbes. And it's White in for DeJounte Murray. Howard's checked in for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Danny Green. Now here's White. 8 points his last outing. Outside DeRozan. To end the run. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And growing up about 15 miles south of the Staples Center, DeMar DeRozan idolized Kobe Bryant, Clark, and patterned his game after him.
And you can see evidence of Kobe's game in DeMarcus's game. You think about the footwork, the ability to post up, the moves and counter moves, the balance and strength. I think he owes a lot of that to the Mamba.
2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
You know, in the loaded West, DeMar DeRozan, not an all-star last season after being one multiple times in the East, his first time missing the festivities in 4 seasons.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Alex Caruso comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and Quinn Cook subbed in for James. And he's good on the second. You talk about that edge, Clark, for DeRozan, very focused on proving his doubters wrong.
Nothing wrong with playing with something to prove, with that kind of attitude and mindset, turning that negative into a positive. And most importantly, it can't just be a mindset. You have to put the work into it as well. And he's done that, gotten better each year.
Here's White following the basket by Anthony Davis. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That is his first foul of the game. Lyles checked in for San Antonio. Damari Carroll comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Passes to Carroll. And there's the call on Howard. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's 2 fouls for him this quarter. A third would be a problem.
Gay outside. Carroll against Howard. Just 5 to shoot. Pulls it up. Deflected by Howard.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Not one second chance bucket allowed. That is finishing off good defense.
Now here's Howard. He's coming off a 10-point game against Memphis. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Now Bellinelli. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Gay. That shot missing. Great D that time from Davis. Kuzma outside. Outside, Davis.
Who's watching him?
Cook looking it over. Shoots over Carroll. And it's Cook missing.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
As a defender, he's going to just be a bothersome, worrisome guy, making you miserable all night. A hand in your face on every jumper.
White, good.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Here is Cook. The pass to Kuzma. Shoots over Carroll and misses it off the right side of the rim. Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs winning their last game against New York. Ball's knocked loose. Bellinelli with it. 8 points his last outing. Pass to Carroll. Puts up a 3. That's tipped.
Upping his intensity on the defensive end. Love to see that. Kuzma uses his length and athleticism to challenge and alter shots.
Now here's Bellinelli. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Outside, White. Gay inside. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
A confident, consistent score. Gay mixes it up inside and out.
Kuzma outside. He dishes it to Davis. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Certainly looks that way to me, partner. I mean, his energy level is ramped up. I think he's been terrific right from the opening tip.
Now, here's Lyles. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Knicks in New York. And White kicks to Lyles over Howard. And the Spurs scoring again. 1:10 left in the first quarter of the game. Here is Cook. Pass to Davis. It's not going to go for him. Good work defensively by Gay. Now here's Bellinelli. Guarded closely. 41 seconds left to play here in the first. 5 to shoot. And the dunk by Lyles.
Nice ball movement on display there. Bellinelli, a decent passer, capable of connecting well with his teammates.
Here is Cook. White covering. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Marco Bellinelli. That is his first foul of the game. Mills, he's checked in for San Antonio. And the Lakers also making a switch. Rondo's checked in. Here's Rondo. A 14-point game for him in the win against Memphis. Passes it to Howard. And here's Kuzma. 4 on the clock. Davis. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
The 3 from Mills. No good that time. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll return shortly. Well, you see a lot of players who pick up a controller and fire up NBA 2K, thank goodness, including the king himself, LeBron James.
I play 2K all the time. Seriously, when I'm playing the game, I'm putting certain lineups on the court that I see could actually help us in real life, which is very weird.
Always experimenting, always keeping his mind engaged, Greg, with basketball.
And that's who Bron is. He lives, breathes, and eats basketball.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court right now for the Spurs, Rudy Gay is out there with Damari Carroll. Then it's White, then it's Mills, and it's Lyles in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Davis. He's coming off a 22-point game against Memphis.
And of course, you cannot forget just how dominant his shot blocking was in that game. Just changed the entire complexion of that game.
And they forced the shot clock violation. Great team. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. 7-point differential. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. To the inside. Shoots from 14. That one falls. Gay's got 4 points this quarter.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Now, here's Kuzma. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Davis. Nice follow-through on the fadeaway. And the Lakers lead by 7.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
Now, here's Mills. He's covered by Rondo. White, good.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Now, here's Kuzma. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
And the Spurs, I've heard it said, the most process-oriented team in the league.
Well, that's an understanding of what it takes for them as a small market team to be successful. A good assessment of what they have to do as the San Antonio Spurs to be good. Scouting, coaching, chemistry, all part of that. Great timing and recognition as Howard is able to go up for the alley-oop.
San Antonio calls timeout.
And last season, really not a fun one for Dwight Howard as he missed a lot of time. A lot of games left on the table by him as he has battled those back issues.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Lyles. LaMarcus Aldridge comes in for Rudy Gay. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Damari Carroll. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Derek White. And then for the Lakers, James checked in for Howard. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Green in for Alex Caruso. Now here's DeRozan. 6 points for him. And there's the pass to Forbes. Shot clock at 5. Here's Aldridge. That one goes.
Sometimes there's just nothing you can do to bother Aldridge. A fantastic score, and he stays locked in, too.
Now here's James. He's got 9. Shoots it up. And Davis can't get it to go.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Aldridge kicks to Mills. Pass to Forbes. Aldridge down low. He's covered by Rondo. A nice shot by Aldridge.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
Now here's James. He's a guy that can score, no doubt, averaging over 25 points a game. Lets it go from 14. Misses off the left iron. Spurs trail by 3. Outside DeRozan. Mills passes to Poeltl. The shot, no good. And the Lakers going the other way now. On the wing, Green. Drills it from outside. Green's got 7.
And Green is a world-class sniper, laser, an excellent shooter. Great at getting his puppy set on these shots from deep.
Outside DeRozan. Rondo against Aldridge. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Some good defense in the NBA, so let's check out the leaders. The 4th spot held by the Lakers.
This is a team that takes pride on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from DeMar DeRozan. The mid-range jump shot, you've talked about this a lot, is still valuable if you can hit it with consistency.
Yeah, and if it's a quality shot, Kevin, I think you should shoot it. Move the defense, move the ball to get a quality shot, and I think one of the very best at knocking down the mid-range jump shot, Kevin Durant clearly. But how about Chris Middleton? Elite mid-range jump shooter, and DeMar DeRozan as well has a strong mid-range game too.
Both free throws good from DeRozan.
It's understandable that DeRozan was hurt when the Raptors traded him. He used it, though, in a positive way to motivate himself to playing at a high level in San Antonio.
Now here's Caldwell-Pope. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Memphis. On the wing, James. Aldridge is covering. Nice D from Aldridge.
Well, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Forbes dishes to Poeltl. Here's Murray. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Caldwell-Pope. And Clark coming out of Washington as a one-and-done. DeJounte Murray was considered a raw prospect.
Yeah, very raw. The 29th pick in the 2016 draft, guys, taken by the Spurs. Excellent physical tools and outstanding athleticism. Was surprising that he left when he did. I recall that when I heard. But at 6'5", a 7-foot wingspan, he's got a chance to be special.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
And, the Spurs are never afraid to play to the tune of their own drummer. I mean, just as the rest of the league embraces threes and layups, The Spurs going against that grain, leading the league in mid-range shots and post-ups.
So he makes one of two as the second one misses. Well, you were talking about the mid-range and the post-ups. Those are the strengths of DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge.
Well, Coach Popovich has been so successful for decades because he always adapts to the strengths of his players. Outstanding coaches do that in every sport. That shot diet might not work for most other teams, but if it fits the Spurs, they'll go old school and make it work for them.
Count that bucket. James has got 11 points.
You know, at 6'8", with the ball skills that James has, he handles it like a guard. He can get wherever he wants to off the dribble.
Over to the wing. Back to Forbes. Pass to Aldridge. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's on Rajon Rondo.
Boy, the Spurs really like running through LaMarcus Aldridge in the post. I mean, that's an effective way to play offense, especially early before the defense gets set. He gets that deep position, and he puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And with his skill level, sometimes the sheer strength and size of Aldridge goes overlooked.
Yeah, and he's not afraid or hesitant to play bully ball. I mean, on that block, he gets that body into you and leans into that sweet jump shot of his, and he can make you look bad.
And the second free throw, good.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of neat to see Aldridge take on more of a leadership role. He's somebody the younger guys can look up to.
The Lakers in the lead. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, DeMarcus Cousins suffered an Achilles injury, and it was a major setback for him, but it was also an eye-opener. Cousins said, any given day could be your last day playing, and all the celebrity, all the fame ends. My love for the game has grown, but at the same time, I want to be more than just a basketball player. And Kevin, challenges can put anything into perspective.
Thank you, D.A. Fades and shoots. McGee with the block.
And the wingspan McGee has covers a lot of ground. Very useful for shot blocking.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
No good from LeBron.
And allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And the rejection by James. The Spurs making a switch here. Ellis checked in, and Los Angeles making a change here as well. Cook, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. On the wing, DeRozan. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. The shot by Bellinelli. No good. Lakers leading by 3. Caldwell Pope kicks to Green. Pass to Cook. There's the triple. Rebound, San Antonio. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
And it was funny, the road arena didn't bother them at all. I mean, they locked in, focused, and executed, and got it done.
Now here's James. 11 points in the game. And here is Green. Shot clock at 6. Caldwell Pope passes to James. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
You know, over time, Aldridge has really developed into a pretty good shot blocker.
From deep, Green. The Lakers keeping it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Murray, the pass to Bellinelli. Back to Murray. The pass to Aldridge. Pirtle, high post. 6 to shoot. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And checking out the stats for Murray. This past month, he's really set himself apart. Putting up about 10 points a night, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
Trying to get something going, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Dishes it to Aldridge. No good that time. LeBron with some nice D. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for them. Murray outside. Pass to DeRozan. Back to Murray. Pass to Aldridge. No good there. And the Lakers going the other way now. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in a groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
Got a piece of it. So it's the Spurs now. Spurs trail by 5. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Murray right side. Aldridge left side. A putback. It's good on the putback.
Boy, Aldridge using those long arms of his to corral that offensive rebound.
Los Angeles leading by 3. Cook dishes to James. Lets a floater go. He lays it in. James has got 13.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Murray outside. Aldridge against LeBron. And DeRozan. Here we go. Over Caldwell Pope. DeRozan's shot is good. He's got 10.
Such a great rhythm watching DeRozan shoot. I mean, that jump shot of his, silky smooth.
Caldwell Pope kicks to McGee. Passes it to James. Lays it up and banks it in. LeBron's got 6 points in the quarter.
You know, really impossible to know what James is thinking in advance. I mean, especially in these sets.
Murray, the pass to Bellinelli. Pirtle with the ball. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by LeBron.
And if they're thinking they can get a 2-for-1 here.
Well, we'll see if they have the awareness to realize that.
And the pass to Bellinelli. Murray, the pass to Pirtle. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over McGee. Pirtle's shot is off. Los Angeles leading by 5. Now James, 15 points in the game. And that one released in time, but no good.
Murray is a nudge. That means annoying, pestering. Every possession he gets up into you, and his defense really caused that miss.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Lakers lead by 5. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Kentavious, you guys were getting a lot of offensive rebounds in the first half. How important was that?
Oh, man, that is important, man. We got to keep them off the glass. We can't get them second shot, and we got offensive rebounds as well. Get us some second chance at the basket. Just keep working hard.
Well, you made it work in the first half, KCP. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. It's the Lakers out on top at halftime. They have a 5-point lead. Kenny, what do you think?
Well, their playmakers are showing up tonight, seeing the court well, moving the basketball. That's why they had so many assists in the first half. And they're not just relying on ISO plays to generate points.
Shaq, let's get your thoughts on San Antonio.
Well, I didn't even know who some of these guys were, but their bench came up with some big shots, gave the team a lift offensively. It's always possible that guys will see more minutes in the second half, but at the same time, you're a starter for a reason. We shall see, Ernie.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Spurs trail by 5.
And the Lakers last season going against the grain to surround LeBron James with playmakers, not shooters. And many criticized that move.
And, you know, guys, you look at it, LeBron is at his very best with the ball in his hands, which means he needs room to attack the lane. It's clear that a course correction was needed.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Davis, and it's McGee in at the center filling out the middle.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now here is Pirtle. Clock at 6. Back to Murray. Over LeBron. Murray, no good.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
And the Spurs with possession after the basket by the Lakers. Caldwell-Pope against DeRozan. Over Caldwell-Pope. And it's DeRozan missing.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
James looking it over. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Still playing at an MVP level. LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one misses. Now in his mid-30s, LeBron showing no sign of slowing down.
Man, his dedication to training and really maintaining his body, second to none. Alongside his prodigious athleticism, it seems that's made a huge difference.
And the Lakers making a change here. Howard's checked in. And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both.
Well, there are only a handful of players who've been on the line more often than LeBron, and no surprise, every one of them a Hall of Famer. That's where he's headed to.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
You think on average, rookies are having a greater impact on their teams now than in decades past?
I really don't think so, Kevin. You can go back and look at the numbers historically. Every draft class usually has 6 to 10 rookies that have a significant impact on their respective teams.
Take a break.
And of those 10, perhaps 10 or 12, maybe only a few are going to be on playoff teams just because of the nature of the draft. I don't really think that's changed tremendously over the decades.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis.
And, you know, guys, the Spurs team dinner's the stuff of legends, just building camaraderie and getting to know one another and being orchestrated with care by head coach Greg Popovich. They enjoyed the finest restaurants and great food and drink, but the fellowship and camaraderie, probably the most important part of those dinner gatherings.
And Clark, the act of getting dinner, sitting down to a meal, as a team, it brings people together.
It really does, guys, and I can't date it. When you get a chance to know your teammates off the court, it adds to your ability to play for them on the court. It can't always be just about grind. There has to be some compassion, some caring, some understanding, and sometimes the best places to do that are at restaurants with good food and good drink.
Here's DeRozan, following the basket by Anthony Davis. DeRozan finds Murray. DeRozan against James. Aldridge good for 2. Aldridge has got 9 points.
You know, that's a veteran play. DeRozan stays open to all possibilities. That's seeing the game in front of you. Excellent find.
Now here's James. 15 points in the game. And it's sent back by Aldridge. They're going to have to make a pretty big comeback here.
I think it's be a mistake to let the shot clock in under 10 seconds.
Boy, sometimes there's just no stopping DeRozan. When he's determined to score, he's going to fight his way through contact.
Here's James, following the score by DeMar DeRozan. Yep, that one goes in there. 17 points for LeBron.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal. Yeah, he's been hooping, but the rest of the team, not so much.
Lakers leading by 10. Green deciding where to go with it. He kicks it to LeBron. Murray against Davis. Rebound by Murray. Murray's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Wiles. DeMar DeRozan on the wing. He's guarded by Davis. Shot clock at 6. And that one's good by Aldridge.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
So timeout called here. The first 4. Clark, ordinarily quiet by nature, LaMarcus Aldridge has become a more outspoken leader in recent years.
Yeah, and that's a good sign. Sometimes you have to get out of your comfort zone for the good of the team. Aldridge is, by nature, a laid-back, quiet guy, and sometimes that can work against the team. But in his case, he realized that he needed to be more vocal and stepped into doing that.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Rudy Gay's checked in for Aldridge. Damari Carroll, DeRozan. Derek White's checked in for Brent Forbes. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. And then for Los Angeles, Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Alex Caruso comes in for Danny Green. Rajon Rondo subbed in for James. Now here's Howard. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
There's an example of that strength that Dwight Howard possesses. I love seeing him fight through contact.
Here's Mills, trailing by 10. A rebound by the Lakers. Howard's got his 4th rebound in this one.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Pass to White. Gay with it. He's got 6. Passes it to Carroll. Wiles against Howard. Wiles passes to Carroll. Misses from short range.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Kuzma can't get it to go. Spurs trail by 12. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Mills looking it over. Over Davis. San Antonio again missing. Los Angeles leading by 12. Rondo kicks to Caruso. Back to Rondo. To the left side wing. Kuzma can't get it to go. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Here's Mills. And Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker. You look at the Lakers desperate to surround LeBron with talent to win now. They have improved, but is it enough to go deep in the West?
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Lakers.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
He misses the free throw. And the Lakers, for decades, Clark, a magnet for superstar free agents.
Yeah, and you know, guys, in recent years, more of a mixed bag in that regard. Whether it's the turmoil in the Lakers organization, I think that's part of it, or the prospect of playing in LeBron's shadow. A number of elite players have elected to go elsewhere thus far.
And he sinks the second.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And guys, I think it's exactly the right thing to do with the league. Keep going at defenders and find a way to get yourself to the line.
Davis against Gay.
And the aggressive attitude of Davis on D makes him such a tough matchup. He's not going to give his man an inch of breathing room. That was the difference on that possession.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Now here's Mills. He's covered by Rondo. The pass to White. Now Carroll. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Gay. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Stolen by Gay. Kicks to Mills. Will it go? Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Davis. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. You were such a terrific athlete growing up, and it must be fun for you watching your kids and soon your grandkids go through their athletic journeys.
It really is one of the great blessings and treats of my life to see our kids grow and develop as people, but also to enjoy different sports. Our boys played basketball and soccer, and our daughter played volleyball, all played in college at some level. And so it is great. Anytime you see your kids find their lane, enjoy running in it, and do well in that lane, it's joy indescribable.
That free throw missing.
Davis is really the total package, a mobile, sharp-shooting big guy who can score from everywhere.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for Lyles. And the Lakers also making a switch. Cook, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. That one is no good. Clark, last season we saw more of the global game series from the NBA. A couple games in Mexico, one in England. It's nice to see.
Yeah, it really is, because I actually 6 years ago had a chance to be with the Pacers in the global games in the Philippines, and then Taipei, Taiwan with the Rockets. Great experience for the players and the organizations. It's an additional level of travel, no doubt, about a week to 10 days where you're in another country, but it's great for the game and it's great for the fans in those countries.
A baseline J, Cook, good. And the Lakers lead by 15.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Well, Clark, underrated athleticism for Derek White. For a 6'4" guard, he can finish above the rim.
And not only that, guys, but he also blocks shots. I mean, coming out of college, he and number 1 pick Markelle Fultz, the only players in the Pac-12 that rank top 10 in scoring, assists, and blocks. That's a heck of a triple.
And that one falls for White. A 29th pick in 2017 by the Spurs. Their injuries last year created an opportunity for Derek White to show Greg what he can do with steady minutes.
And White at 6'4", capable of manning either guard spot, a shooter, a playmaker, and an all-defensive team in college. He is definitely a keeper.
And both free throws good for White.
You know, with LeBron coming to L.A., the Lakers trying to speed up their timeline. I mean, the roster never quite got gelled. The end result, LeBron's first time outside the playoffs since 2005, which was his second season as a pro. That's a remarkable run.
Now here's Howard. He has 6.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And Mills kicks to Bellinelli. Shot from the wing, and Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Lakers leading by 13. Here is Cook, right now averaging about 5 points a game. Pass to Howard. A minute 42 left in the third. Here's Kuzma. Good on the triple. Kuzma's got 5 points now in the quarter. And when you look back on LeBron's first year in Los Angeles, Clark, how would you rate it?
Well, I think a mild disappointment, but remember now, before he got hurt, they were 4 or 5 games above 500, but the injuries, some other drama, really changes in the front office, instability led to a disappointing and frustrating season.
Here is Cook. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Here's Howard over Bellinelli. Howard, good. Howard's got 8 points.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Now here's Mills. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now he averages nearly 12 points a game. Basket counts. 8 points for Gay.
Rudy Gay's always had that shot in his bag. Lethal from mid-range.
Cook kicks to Kuzma. Back to Cook. Pass to Caruso. Outside, Davis. Here is Cook, covered by Mills. And it's Cook missing. Spurs trail by 16. Now here's Gay. 8 points for him. Lets it go from 14. It's off.
So active on this end of the floor. Love watching Howard use his wingspan to bother scorers.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Lakers ahead, ending the third quarter on a 14-6 run. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Gay and Aldridge are up front. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's Bellinelli. And it's Forbes in at the 1. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Here is Cook. Passes it to Davis. Over Gay. And that's collected by Gay. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. They trail by 16. It's stolen by Davis. Now the Lakers on the break. And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Caldwell Pope. And that's now 19 points for LeBron.
So special and exciting to watch greatness. LeBron James tonight playing at the highest level.
Aldridge against Davis. Aldridge dishes to DeRozan. 5 on the clock. And the wide open shot from Bellinelli. Aldridge. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, he's so adept at finding a way to score, even against tough defense. Aldridge is a load.
DeJounte Murray, he's checked in for San Antonio. And then for Los Angeles, JaVale McGee's checked in for Anthony Davis, and it's Green in for Cook. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. LeBron James on the wing. McGee trying to break free. Buries it down low. LeBron's got 4 this quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Now here's DeRozan. And stolen by LeBron. And James throws it down.
You cannot give James these types of opportunities. That guy is relentless.
Spurs trail by 19. And it's Murray penetrating. Gay outside. Now the pass to Aldridge. Shoots over McGee. Great touch on the 16-footer. 16 points for Aldridge.
He's come out here in the second half and done a nice job moving, getting good looks, and finding his range.
Green passes to LeBron. Outside for Caldwell Pope. 6 to shoot, and the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. 6 on the shot clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Pass to McGee. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. McGee's got his first basket of the night.
Hey, there's a reason why he shoots such a high percentage, guys. I mean, he picks smart shots, high-quality shots, in close shots that he takes.
Now here's Murray. On the wing, DeRozan takes a three. The Lakers with the rebound.
One made three for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And stolen by Gay. Here is Forbes. Wants to get it to Gay and does.
Boy, nice job that time, guys, from fighting the wide open man and dropping the dime.
Lakers leading by 17. Green, the pass to LeBron. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
And it's Murray with the jam.
Murray is a spectacular talent. And when he gets going, watch out.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. The drive by James. Murray with the defensive effort. Spurs trail by 17. Outside Aldridge.
Come on, shoot. Hey, yo, right here.
Caldwell Pope against DeRozan. And the shot is long. LA's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Here's Caldwell Pope. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on DeRozan.
Yeah, he's a guy who looks for his shot often. He's energetic and outstanding at forcing the issue. Caldwell Pope is his name.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
Kentavious Caldwell Pope, his defensive quickness sets him apart.
The Spurs making a switch here. Lyles checked in. And Caldwell Pope drops them both. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the San Antonio Spurs. 19-point game. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. So it's San Antonio now, and stolen by James.
Well, that was a superb read defensively. He jumped right into the passing lane the instant the ball left the passer's hand.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Shot clock at 6. And DeRozan kicks to Lyles. Here's Aldridge. A second chance effort. And Lyles with the lay-in.
You've got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
Lakers leading by 19. James outside. And stolen by Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Boy, Murray showing you he can play above the rim. This guy's got major bounce as he punched that one down.
LeBron outside. No good. And the Spurs going the other way now. Here's DeRozan. And the layup is good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now, here's Kuzma. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Lakers lead by 17.
Boy, that's exactly the kind of strength Kuzma has to show, guys. I mean, take that contact, expect it, and still be able to convert. You've got to do that at this level.
Shots good by Lyles.
Boy, a fantastic job by Aldridge to lay into that defender on the screen.
The Lakers have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. James outside. That one wide left. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Murray dishes to DeRozan. Out to the wing, 6 to shoot. They grab their own miss. Aldridge, and he drops it in from the low post. Aldridge has got 11 in the second half. Here's LeBron, and they pick up 2.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Spurs trail by 14. Pass to Aldridge. That shot misses. Kuzma with the defensive effort.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Now, here's Lyons. After LeBron James's miss, Murray with it, and McGee picks him up defensively. Teardrop shot, Murray, good. At 6 in the quarter.
Well, that floater is a shot Murray's had his whole life, guys. The first time I saw him back in college, I could tell right away, instantly, what a great feel he had for that shot.
And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Green. Green's got his 3rd assist on the night. Murray against LeBron. High, arcing shot. Aldridge can't get it to go. Lakers leading by 14. Caldwell Pope passes to Kuzma, and Kuzma slams it in.
Kuzma not only has great skill, but his balance is so good. Even when he gets bumped around, he still finds a way to score.
A go-to scorer's mentality for Kyle Kuzma, Clark. He's got a wide array of shots at his disposal.
Well, I don't know if there's a more versatile scorer as a young player in the league than Kuzma. He's got the turnaround jumper, the sky hook, step backs, drives it aggressively. Boy, he has got a lot in that book bag of his.
Free throw good, Kuzma.
And positionless basketball, all the rage. And Kyle Kuzma really fits that mold. Is he a 3? Is he a 4? I don't know, but he gets buckets.
Murray, there's the feed to Aldridge, and that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Green, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. San Antonio calls timeout. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
And he has absolutely worn them out in the paint. They need to come up with a plan to limit his touches in the interior.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. Passes it to Forbes. San Antonio again missing. The drive by James and finished off by LeBron.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
Now, here's DeRozan. Yes, that goes in.
Guys, you remember when DeMar DeRozan first came into the league? He was just really a raw athlete. Now he's a finely tuned offensive juggernaut.
LeBron against Murray. Loads it up for Davis. Got a piece of it. And Pirtle sends it back. Murray against LeBron. Down low. McGee's shot is off. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Spurs. Trailing by 17. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, they're not willing to give Murray any easy buckets here. D'ing him up as tight as they can, even if it means fouling him. Two.
And he knocks down the first one. And so he makes both from the line. Lakers leading by 15. LeBron outside. Right side, Green. Aldridge. Here is Forbes. Murray outside. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on JaVale McGee. That free throw, no good. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Los Angeles leading by 15. 1:39 left in the fourth quarter. There's the pass to Caldwell Pope. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. And that's 13 points for Kentavious Caldwell Pope.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Lakers.
And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. I think that was a big part of their success.
Yeah, they definitely ran the break well. A big advantage in that category, and they continually put pressure on the defense.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And they really took control of the first 2 games in this season series by keeping the pressure on. The win here tonight will move them to 2-0 with just 1 left here to go against the Spurs.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for LeBron.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Caldwell Pope trying to break free, but they'll get another chance. Misses the 3. 35 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Pass to DeRozan. And the dunk by DeRozan.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency, huh? They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
Chalk up 2 there. And now that's 35 points for LeBron.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Here's DeRozan. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
DeRozan is a man on a mission tonight. I don't know if I've ever seen DeMar any sharper than this.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Anthony, tell us the focus for the team coming into the game tonight.
Well, before we started the game, Coach came in and told us that we knew what we had to do. We were trying to stop a lot of their actions, and our biggest focus for the game was guard the ball. That's what we did coming out of that timeout and never looked back.
And it led to a win. Thank you for your time, Anthony. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.